we'll discuss now. Okay. So let's see guys here. BIOS, full form, basic input output system. BIOS stands for basic input output system. Perform some integrity check. What it will do? It will perform some integrity check. So means whether all the devices detected or not and everything, it will check. So scans, loads and executes the bootloader program. It will search, right? It will load and then it will executes the bootloader program. So I hope you got it guys. It will search, it will loads and then executes the bootloader program. It looks for bootloader in a floppy, CD, hard drive, etc. So from where we'll get the bootable files? Inside the bootable device. So it may be floppy. Nowadays, people are not using floppy. So people are using DVD, okay, and pen drive, hard disk like this. So from where we need to get all the bootable files? From bootable device. From bootable device, we are going to get all the bootable files, right? So and then those all the bootable files, it will load into the memory. Once the bootloader program is detected and load into the memory, BIOS gives the control to it. So simple terms, you can say BIOS loads and executes the MBR bootloader. I hope you got it, guys. BIOS loads and executes the MBR bootloader. So I hope you got it, right? Right, guys. So this BIOS, where it will be located? Yes. BIOS, where it will be located? On top of the motherboard, right? Very good, Krishna Chaitanya. So on top of the motherboard, we'll have one small IC called ROM. Inside the ROM, we'll have the BIOS. So BIOS, it will execute the MBR. MBR stands for Master Boot Record. It located into the first sector of a bootable disk. So typically HDA, SDA, right? And like this, we'll have. So from where we'll get the MBR? From our hard disk. So where you'll have the operating system, in that you'll have the MBR, master boot record. Okay. So master boot record, where it will be located? It's located into the first sector of our bootable hard disk. Bootable device. It may be hard disk, it may be pen drive, it may be DVD, whatever it may be. So it will be located there. Right, guys? MBR is a less than 512 bytes in size. MBR is a less than 512 bytes in size. This has three components. First, primary bootloader information in first 44 bytes. Total MBR size is 512 bytes, guys. Total MBR size is of 512 bytes. This 512 bytes, it got divided into three components. Got it? So first component, primary bootloader information in first 446 byte. Second, partition table information in next 64 bytes. So MBR validation check in last 2 bytes. It contains information about grub or LILO. MBR contain the information about grub or LILO. Grub is by default in RHEL 6.0. LILO in old Linux versions. LILO, it's old Linux versions will have. So we can. So what is the difference between grub and LILO? Both will discuss, don't worry. So in 5.0, 4.0, 3.0, 2.0 version having LILO. So by default 6.0 having grub. So in a simple terms, you can say MBR loads and executes the grub bootloader program. I hope you got it, guys. So MBR, it will loads and executes the grub bootloader. So grub stands for ground unified bootloader. If you having the multiple kernels, for example, guys, we are trying to installing two different operating systems into your laptop, right? One is Windows, another one is Linux. If you switch on the operating system, what it will provide the information, what kind of information we are going to get from our operating system? will get one black screen that is called splash screen. Got it, guys? Splash screen, right? Okay. So there it will show you multiple kernels. One kernel it belongs to Windows, another kernel it belongs to Linux. So we need to select according to our requirement one kernel. Whether we need to select Windows kernel image, or otherwise we need to select Linux kernel image according to our requirement, right? So if we having the multiple kernel images install on your system, you can choose which one to be executed. Grep displays the flash screen. That black screen will get right if you try to starting the mission. So that is called flash screen, right? So wait few moments. If you didn't select anything, automatically it will select one kernel image according to your grep configuration file. So by default image will have in grep configuration file. So it will select from the grep configuration file. Got it, guys? It displays the flash screen. Wait for few minutes if you didn't enter anything. Load default kernel image as specified in a grep configuration file. So grep has the knowledge of the file system. Grep having the knowledge of file system, guys. Grep it can able to understand the file system. But LILO, Linux loader, it doesn't have the knowledge of grep This is a grep configuration file. Okay, this is a link file. Inside the etc will have the grep.conf. It's a link file. So if you open this file, it will be looking like this. See here, flash images. Okay, and we'll have multiple kernel images. Init rd. Here we'll have only one kernel image. We are going to add the multiple kernel images here. So init rd and those all stuff will have. According to your requirement, you can modify, you can add the kernel images if you need multiple operating system into your laptop, right? So let's see, guys, it will execute the kernel. Okay. So simple terms, you can say grep just load and execute the kernel and init rd images. So coming to kernel. So kernel, exactly what it will do. You know very well about kernel, right? It's a part of the operating system. It's a core operating system, right? So it will manage device information, multitasking information, and file system information. It's a one piece of software where it will be located inside the grep directory. Grep where it got located inside the boot directory. Got it, guys? Inside the grep will have the kernel images, right? So what exactly kernel it will do? Mounts the file system, root file system as specified in a grep configuration file. Got it, guys? Mounts the root file system as specified in a root in grep configuration file, right? In grep configuration file, so we need to specify the mount file system. According to that, mounts the root file system as specified in a root in grep configuration file. So kernel executes init program. Has been init, both are same, okay? So kernel executes init program, guys. Okay. So since init was first program to be executed by kernel, Linux kernel, already you know, right? The differences between init and systemd. So init is a first process ID in RHEL 6.0 and older version. Systemd is a first process ID in RHEL 7 and above versions. So clearly we discussed while we are discussing about services and daemon software at the time, right? So it will execute first program, first process ID. So init rd stands for initial RAM disk. Init rd stands for initial RAM disk. So init rd is used by kernel as a temporary root file system. Got it, guys? Init rd is used by, what is the use of init rd? Init rd is used by kernel as a temporary root file system until kernel is booted and the real root file system is mounted. It allows contain necessary drivers and all the like hard disk related information, everything it will load. So simple, guys. Init rd used by kernel. Who's going to use the init rd? Kernel. It is going to used. So as a temporary root file system until you'll get the real root file system. Got it? Right. So now coming to init level. Guys, in older version, we'll have one file called init tab. In old version, we'll have one file called init tab. So inside the init tab, so we are going to define the environment. Zero halt. Halt means shutdown, guys. So init 0, shutdown. In older version, here we'll have reboot, right? In RHL 7.0. There we'll have the init 6 to reboot. Init 0, shutdown. Init 1, single user mode. Init 2, multi-user without NFS. Init 4, init 3, full user mode. Okay, full user mode means we can able to log in as a multiple user mode, full multiple user mode. Okay, and then 4, unused, there is no used. 5, Xwindows, graphical user interface. 6, reboot. 6, reboot. Init 0, init 1, init 2, init 3, init 4. Init 4 we doesn't have, init 5 and init 6 will have. If you keep the 3 inside the init tab, you will get the CLI mode. If you keep 5 inside the init tab, you will get the GUI mode. If you switch on the machine, so after a few moments, you will get the login screen. So what kind of login environment you will get? So if you having 3 full multi-user mode, you will get means CLI mode you will get. If you having 5, you will get graphical user interface. In old versions, not into 7.0. Got it, guys? In older versions, not into 7.0. So according to your init, those run levels, it will run level programs. So where it got located, those all the programs, if you execute init 0, this run level execute. If you execute init 1, this run level. So like this init programs, it will execute. Finally, you're going to log in into your operating system. I hope you got it, guys. We'll get the login screen. With the help of that login screen, we are going to log in into our operating system. This is RHEL 6.0 boot process. Got it, guys? Right. Next, RHEL 8.0 boot process we'll discuss. 7.0, 8.0 both are same, guys. Okay. 7.0 boot process we'll discuss. See, guys, same. First action, post. Power on, self-test. First action, post action, power on, self-test. Right, guys? It will enter into the BIOS. BIOS executes MBR. MBR executes grub2. Grub2 here, not grub. So grub in only RHEL 6.0, guys. LILO in older versions. Coming to 7.0 and above version, grub2 is a latest bootloader from 7.0 onwards. So first BIOS, it will execute the MBR. MBR, it will execute the grub2. Grub2, it will execute the kernel. Got it, guys? Grub2 content, it loads virtual Linux kernel images and extract the content of initial RAM FS images, and grub2 will execute the kernel. So kernel loads necessary driver module from the init.rd image and start systems first process ID. In RHEL, first process ID is a system D. I hope you got it, guys. So kernel, it will execute the system D. System D, it having targets. System D, it having targets, guys. Got it? Got it, guys? Kernel, it will execute the system D, right? System D, it having targets. System D, it having targets. What happened? System D, it having targets, graphical user target, multi-user target, rescue target, and emergency target. Those 4 targets we are going to use. Graphical target, multi-user target, rescue target, and emergency target. Those target by default, which target if you having into system D. So according to the target, you will get the login screen. If you having graphical target, you will get the graphical mode. If you having multi-user target, you'll have the multi-user mode, means CLI mode. Rescue target means in Windows will have safe mode, right? Like the same way. Got it, guys? Right. So let's see, already you know what is BIOS. So BIOS, full form, basic input output system. It's a firmware. So let's see, guys, it will check system integrity. Already we know those all stuff. BIOS executes MBR. MBR stands for master boot record. So size total 512 bytes. It got divided into 3 components, same. So 446 bytes for bootloader, 64 bytes for partition table, 2 bytes for magic numbers. Magic numbers means MBR validation check numbers, right? And then it will execute grub2, guys. Now, what is the difference between grub and grub2? So you know the difference between grub and LILO, right? So grub, it can able to understand the file system. LILO, so it is unable to understand the file system. Now, why they introduced to us grub2? Grub full form, ground unified bootloader version 2. Got it, guys? So here already we know what is grub and those all stuff. It's a default bootloader program used on RHEL 7.0 is a grub2. So grub stands for ground unified bootloader. Grub2 replace old grub, also called as a legacy grub. Legacy grub means actually this 7.0 onwards, they like introduced to us. Actually 7.0 especially they designed for virtualization. So grub2 it will support virtualization. Got it, guys? So legacy grub means in normal missions, right? So 7.0 onwards, actually 7.0. So the design, so it's a very comfortable in virtual machines. We can able to install the 7.0 very comfortably in virtual machines. So because of that reason, they modify the grub as a grub2, right? So grub2 configuration file, same guys, boot grub2 grub.conf, but here we should not edit this file. Okay. MBR validation check numbers, man. That is called magic number. Subham. Okay. So grub2, we should not edit this file. Which file we need to edit? We need to edit link file. This is the link file. So we should not edit this file directly, right? We need to edit this file etc default grub.conf. Inside the default grub, we'll have the grub.conf. If you open it, will be looking like this. Guys, if you did any modification in this file, you need to execute this command. It's a mandatory. grub2-mkconfig-o /boot/grub2/grub.conf. So without executing this command, so this modification, so it's not going to apply. So because of that reason, if you did the modification into the grub2 configuration file, so you need to execute this command. It's a mandatory. I hope you got it, guys, right? Next. So grub, it will load kernel images, VM Linux images, init RDFS images and everything. Finally, it will execute the kernel. So kernel, it will execute what? System D. Kernel, it will execute the first process ID. First process ID is a system D. System D, already you know, system D means. This is the first process ID in RHEL 7.0. And after that, everything necessary drivers, banners, network related information, SC-Linux policies, everything it will load, and finally you will get the login screen. If you having graphical user target by default, So you will get the graphical user interface. If you having the multi-user target by default, you'll get the multi-user means CLI interface. Got it, guys? Same 8.0 process also same, and maximum 9.0 process also same. Okay. So I hope you have got it, guys. RHEL 7.0 boot process. Yes, no? Right. So now we'll do few practical sessions, how to change the targets and those all stuff, right? Right. Let's see, guys, here. Okay. We'll reboot. Okay. Reboot it. See, boot process, I'll show you. If you're rebooting, first it will load the grep flash screen. This is flash screen. So we are going to get the kernel images. See, guys, here. The first kernel image we need to select. We'll have first kernel image. If you didn't select, what will happen? 5 seconds it will wait. Automatically it will take the first kernel image. It will boot the operating system. So got it? See, guys. So by default, you'll have graphical target. Because of that reason, we got a graphical login screen. So how to change the targets? Let's see. Systemctl get default. By default, you'll have graphical user interface, means graphical target. Okay. Systemctl set default multi-user target. Got it, guys? Before we'll have graphical target, now it became multi-user target. Let it reboot it. Let's reboot. See, guys, see, we got a CLI interface. I hope you're clear. Systemctl get default. Systemctl set default. Again, graphical target. Then reboot it. If you want, you can check. Now, what kind of environment will get now. Graphical user interface will get. See, we got a graphical user interface. Clear, guys? I hope you got it how to change the target, right? Graphical target, multi-user target, and those all stuff. Right. Now we need to enter into rescue target. Rescue target. Let's see here. Let's reboot this. Guys, while you are getting splashed screen, at the time you need to press E. Got it? Reboot, you'll get flash screen, right? Black screen. So you'll get the kernel image. At the time you need to press small e. Got it? Small e. Then navigate, find Linux 16 line. Got it, guys? Linux 16 line. Go to end of the line using AND key. Go to end of the line. Type systemd systemd.unit is equal to rescue target. Then control X. Right? See, guys, we got a rescue mode. Welcome to rescue mode. So we have rescue target. In rescue target, we can able to log in as a root user. That's it. Root user's password you need to provide. See, guys, root @ localhost. Then if you want, you can troubleshoot. Maybe sometimes if you are unable to enter into your operating system, go to rescue target and then log in into the rescue target. Then maximum, if you're getting rescue target, if you're getting emergency mode, the thing is you did some mistake into fstab file. If you did few mistakes into the fstab, maybe additional space, additional dot and comma and those all stuff, you'll get the rescue mode. Then log in into the rescue mode, no need to get panic, okay? Log in into rescue mode with the help of root user's password. Then open the fstab file, then so modify that file and then save and quit. Automatically you will get the normal mode. So how we need to quit from rescue mode? Control D is a shortcut. Control D is a shortcut. What happened is Control D is a shortcut. We are back to normal mode. Right? So I hope you're clear, guys. If you want, you can directly switch from one target to another target using isolate command. Isolate. Systemctl isolate multi-user target. Without changing the target, you can switch from one environment to another environment.
Got it. But you'll have default by default systemctl get default. I will control. No guys. Systemctl isolate multi-user target. Sorry, graphical target. Already we are into multi-user target itself. Right? If you want, you can use isolate with emergency also. Actually, we did, we are into grub and then from grub we enter into emergency mode before, right? So no need. Directly you can use systemctl isolate emergency target. Then you can switch directly from graphical mode to emergency mode. Not emergency, rescue mode. See guys, rescue mode we got. Control D, quit from rescue mode. We're back to normal. Right? Right. So let's see guys here. Right. I hope you're clear guys. How we need to switch from one mode to another mode using isolate command. It's not permanent, temporary only, right? Again, if you reboot, you will get the normal graphical user interface. Okay, right. So as of now, if you having any doubts, any questions, please. Then we'll start how to break the root user password. How to recover the root user's password. Yes, guys, if you're having any doubts, any questions, please. Yes, guys. So let's start. How to break the root user's password. Maybe if you forgot, right? So we need to break the root user password. Let's see how to break. Guys, press E while you are getting grub splash screen. At the time, you need to press small e. If you want, you can make a note. Without doing this, you are unable to write exam in certification. If you don't know how to break the root user's password, you are unable to write the exam in certification. Got it, guys? So reboot. Then while you are getting splash screen, press E. Then you'll get grub information. Same. Find out Linux 16 line. Step 2. Find out Linux 16 line. Right? Go to end of the line. Give one space. Write rd dot break. rd dot break space console is equal to tty1. Control, if you want, you can make a note. Guys, reboot the operating system, right? Reboot, then press E. We are unable to zoom this because this is CLI mode. Okay. 1 minute. Got it. rd dot break. Guys, reboot. While you're getting flash screen, at the time you need to press E. Then find out Linux 16 line. Find out Linux 16 line. Go to end of the line using end key from your keyboard. Then give one space. Type rd dot break space console is equal to tty1. Got it? Huh? tty1 no console. Console is equal to tty1. What happened, guys? జూమ్ చేయమంటే చేశాను కదా, ఇంకేం కావాలా? జూమ్ చేస్తే కనిపించట్లేదా? rd dot break space console is equal to tty1. Control X. Control X. See guys here. So emergency mode will get. Entering emergency mode. Okay. So you'll get the switch root prompt. Switch underscore root prompt you will get. Here, got it. Right. So switch underscore root prompt will get. We need to find out the mount point for root user. What kind of permissions will have for root mount point. Okay. Grub is a, sorry, mount is a command. See guys, root mount point is a sysroot directory. Root directory mount point is a sysroot directory here, right? Then it having XFS file system, read only permission you'll have, see, RO. So we need to modify this RO to RW. Otherwise, we are unable to break the root user's password. How to modify? Mount is a command, -o, remount. Got it, guys? Comma RW sysroot. This is a command you need to use. Mount space -o space remount comma RW space sysroot. Before we'll have RO, now it became RW. Right, guys? Next step, chroot sysroot. Why? Because password command, it won't work into switch root directory. So we need to switch to sysroot using chroot command. We are into shell 4.2. Now password command, it will work to assign the password for root user. So RHEL at 12. RHEL at 12. Successfully, we modify the password. We change the password for root user successfully. Then what we need to do? What we did the modification into this file, grep configuration files, and those all the modifications we need to save. Touch relabel actually, okay. /dot auto relabel is a file name. Sorry. Auto relabel. Touch space /dot auto relabel. Exit. Then exit. So we need to wait few minutes. Got it? Guys, we need to 1 minute. Yes, it got rebooted. See guys. So from next login onwards, root password it will change. Right? How to break the root password in 8.0 we'll discuss. So let's see guys. Root is a username. Password RHEL at 12. So like this, you can recover the root user's password. There's a first exam instruction, not question. You need to start the exam. First, you should break the root password, then only the exam it will start. Otherwise, 2.5 hours you need to sit simply. So you need to pay 20,000 rupees for exam. Got it, guys? Yes, no? Right. Then we'll do one thing. I'm going to close this mission. So now how to break the root password in 8.0 we'll discuss. Same method, but little bit different, okay? In 9.0, it's totally different, okay? But method, so what we are trying to execute in the command, same commands only we are going to execute to break the root password. Right, let's see guys here. Power on. Press E. While you are getting the flash screen, press E. Guys, here we doesn't have grep Linux 16 line. We'll have only Linux line. See here, we'll have only Linux line. Okay. Go to end of the line, find out the Linux line. Go to end of the line. Okay. Give one space. Type same rd.break. Console is equal to tty1. Same. Console is equal to tty1. Then control X. Instead of Linux 16 line, we'll have Linux line. That's it. Got it? So now, same mount Find grep root sysroot. To find out the mount point, by default read only permission you'll have. You need to modify as a read and write. Mount -o remount comma rw sysroot. RO2 ఇంకా జూమ్ కాదు ఇది. RO2 RW remount comma RW space / sysroot. Okay. Next, what we need to do? chroot sysroot password space root RHEL. You can give any password you wish. RHEL password I have given. Touch / dot auto. So it is going to relabel everything. Auto relabel. Exit, then exit. So we need to wait few minutes. Got it, guys? Right? We need to wait few minutes until it's relabeling. It is going to relabel everything. Here you will have percentage C. It should become 100. We need to wait until we'll get 100 here. So automatically it will reboot it if it is getting 100. Okay. Hey guys, everything gets cleaning. Cleaning up labels on temp. 9.0 boot process also will do. Most of the people, they don't know. Only Red Hat partners, they know how to break the 9.0, but most of the people, they don't know. Even like people that are who's teaching 9.0, no one that are teaching 9.0 will do how to break. But here it's little bit different compared to 7.0 and 8.0. So tomorrow, scripting. Tomorrow, otherwise I'll start now itself only, it's not a problem. Right, introduction we'll discuss. Try to log in with root user. Not listed, then root, RHEL. Huh? So let's see guys, yeah, we log in into 8.0, right? How to break the root password in 9.0 we'll discuss. Most of the people, they don't know. Guys, reboot 9.0 operating system. Same, press E, find out Linux line. Okay, go to end of the line. Guys, here you need to remove RHGB quit. Then rd.break console is equal to tty1. Control X. Then what will happen? Let's see. What will happen? Let's see. Can we able to break the root user password? It's possible. See guys, we are trying to breaking root user's password. To break the root user password, it is asking root user password. Got it? If you know the root user password, why you are going to break? I hope you got it, guys. Right? If you know the root user's password, no need to break the root user's password, right? So here, if you're providing the password, then only we can able to break further steps, right? So let's see, we have different method here. Reboot it. Guys, select second image. We need to reboot again. Actually, 5 seconds only it will wait. Only 5 seconds. We need to reboot again. So let's see, guys. Select second image. Navigate to second image. Then press E. Go to Linux line. Go to end of the line. Remove RHGB quit. rd dot break audit out break, console is equal to pty1. Control X to reboot. Now let's see. See guys, again it's asking password. Just hit enter. You'll get SH 5.1. Instead of switch root, we'll get SH 5.1 here. Okay. Same. Mount, find out, grep, sys root. Okay. Here also we'll have RO. Read only. Then we need to modify read only to read and write. Read only to read and write. So how to modify? Oh guys, mount -o, remount, comma RW, sys root, ch root, sys root. Right? Password, root. Then RHEL is a password we are providing for us. Then touch, auto, touch, auto, AUTO, relabel, exit and exit. So from next login onwards, we can able to log in with the help of root user in 9.0 also. So this is all about operating system boot process. 100% you are going to get the one interview questions from boot process. You will have those all the document, read those documents, right, in Google Drive. You'll have those all the boot process related documents in Google Drive. So please go through those documents and attend the interview. Excuse me, guys. Right, guys. Let's see here. Root. RHEL. Root user password. It got break. Okay. Nine point zero design. It's graphically it got improved. Nine also it got improved graphically. I hope you got it, guys. This is all about boot process. Okay. Can we start scripting tomorrow? Right, guys. If you're having any doubts, any questions, please. Guys, we doesn't have the much difference between 7 and 8 and 9. We'll have little bit difference between 7 and 8, but we don't have much difference between 8 and 9. Apart from the root login remotely. Yes, guys. If you're having any doubts, any questions, please. Sir, for this practice, we need to install particular version, right? Yes, yes. That's it, nah? So different options will have in different versions. 7.0, man, maximum, Krishna. So few new organizations, they are using 8 also. It will take 3 more years to update from 7 to 8, 8 to 9 like that. Maximum you'll have 7.0. Right? Tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So 2 days scripting. Then we are going to complete our session Linux classes on 18th of May. Then bye-bye from 19th onwards. Maximum will complete 18th of this month. Okay.